listeners, we're in week 4 of what to do when you don't know what to do, which means we have only 1 week left.
That's it.
It's felt like so long. I feel like we've been doing this forever.
4.
There's just a lot of stuff going on in the life of Joseph, and we want to make sure that we don't miss any of that really good stuff. And we talked about Joseph moving up in the world, I guess, from a pit to a prison to Pharaoh's right-hand man. Oh, God.
To pit to prison to Pharaoh.
But it doesn't make the put sound.
From pits to Potiphar to prison to Pharaoh.
That's not how PH is said.
So it was awesome. And you did leave us with a great bottom line of when you don't know what to do. Remember that your problems can position you for it's there again.
All the
way. You did leave us with 2 really, really great questions. What if God used your painful situation to position you for something amazing that you haven't even imagined yet? And what if the first step is simply asking for help? So hopefully you've thought about those 2 questions. If not, go back, watch it, pause it, think about those. But the conversation we're going to have today is going to also kind of help us think about the same topic together. So, Oscar, how can problems, disappointments, or letdowns affect our relationship with those who are around us?
I don't know about you, but I just get really grumpy whenever I've got some personal stuff, some circumstances going on, and it just doesn't make me a fun person to be around.
Yeah.
Everyone looks at me and just goes, "What's wrong with you?" People do that normally, but just more often than not. When there's stuff going on in my life, I just get really grumpy, and my personality is just to kind of implode in on myself and just kind of hide.
Okay, well that's other people. What about your relationship with God?
Honestly, it's probably very similar. I get really grumpy at God, which is funny because God made the universe. Just a big picture type of thought. Anyways, so God made the universe, but sometimes I just get really grumpy at him. It's kind of like when your parents give you a list of chores that are just excessively long on a weekend, when you're just like, all I want to do is just sit back and breathe. That's kind of how I feel. And instead of coming to the Lord on a regular basis, I implode on myself, and I just kind of isolate myself and remove myself from that life-giving relationship.
Yeah. Well, what would you say is a situation that you hope God can use, but you can't see it right now?
Probably my wife's health issues right now. There's just been you ever just felt not 100%, and then it's felt that way for, a couple months? That's just kind of where she is. And it doesn't really make sense because we've done things. Guys, we're going gluten-free, Connor. It's the worst thing ever. Do you realize that bread is a good thing?
Yeah.
Anyways, we're trying to take these steps to try and bring us both back to 100%. And in the midst of this, we're both really frustrated because we're doing all this stuff. We're trying to get in a better position to where she starts feeling better. And then mentally I can start feeling better and not worrying all the time. But it's just in a place where you don't know. Why is this happening? What is the purpose of this? This seems completely useless, like a yellow jacket. It makes no sense why God created it, but it's there. It makes no sense that she's going through the struggles, but it's there. And it's just really hard to see kind of that light at the end of the tunnel. It's that.
Yeah. Well, with that, when someone's hurting, what are some things that people say or do that's helpful?
Say or do that's helpful. It sounds cheesy, but an actual honest "we're praying for you" can go miles. Not the old thoughts and prayers. Not the thoughts and prayers, but the actual we love you, we care for you, how can we pray for you? And then just some of the other helpful stuff. Is there anything that you need? Just ways of reaching out in a relationship and saying, how can we love on you in the midst of this?
Yeah. Oh, what about, so the oh yeah, I'll pray for you kind of thing isn't helpful. What are some other things that maybe aren't so helpful?
Well, for guys, for sure, suck it up. That whole just, hey,
it doesn't help.
Bad situation, just suck it up. Biggest lie ever told, yet we all kind of live it out. The feeling, there's this phenomenon when someone's going through something that they just get avoided by everyone else. That is not a good thing. That is not something that's helpful.
Yeah.
And so actually, in the words of Andrew Bates, actually leaning in into that relationship and loving on some people instead of leaning out and avoiding them because it's awkward. It's not very helpful.
As we lean in, how has hearing someone else's difficult situation helped you in your own difficult situation?
Well, with me and Jess, it's hearing that other people have gone through maybe not the exact same thing, because we talked about in the teaching that, you know, every person's story is different. Every person's story is different, but hearing that other people have gone through similar things, like in the same category, is really helpful, because you look at them and where they are and what God has done in their life, and how they've come out on the other end, is really encouraging. You may be discouraged like a month later after you've heard this, but you can always go back to, hey, you know, God worked in their life. What's stopping God from working and doing some awesome stuff in our life? But yeah, having other examples of God's goodness is really, really helpful.
So we want you to think about this and discuss it. Really, there's going to be, we didn't go through all the questions.
No,
and we just don't have enough time for all of this. And so at the end of this video, all of them will be up on the screen, and really take some time to dig in, personally answer them, maybe even hit up a friend or a sibling or small group leader. Talk through some of them, but don't let this just be something that you just kind of go, oh yeah, because this is really life-giving stuff.
Yeah, and I just said it, remember that your story is always different, but remember that your story can also impact the lives of other people. So while you're seeking out those other people to answer these questions with and to talk this through, remember that you being open and honest and transparent in that Christ-centered relationship with those people in your life can really encourage them and bring hope to them, and really show them the love of Jesus when maybe they don't feel it as much. So be on the lookout and make sure that you are loving that community well in the process.
It's awesome. And man, 1 week left.
Week 5.
We'll see you coming up real soon this Sunday at 5.
At 5.
For week 5. Goodness gracious.
Lots of P's, lots of 5s. We love you guys. Thoughts?